would call it. Babe Ruth ball it. Your boyfriend's got a cauliflower and I'm a... So sue me, who you, Judge Judy? Stacking the rubies, if life was a movie, then you could just call me the Goonies. You're not relevant, trolling on the internet, no respect. Haven't moved out of your parents' basement yet. Big neck, coming with the beat that's gonna break your neck.
You can hear me now.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? If you like it loud, we can make it loud. Can you hold it down? Cause we can hold it down. Yeah, you can hear me now.
I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Madden 17 on EA Sports. The running game will be a focus today. The Eagles have the best rush defense in the league, and they're going against the Bengals, who will try to avoid becoming one-dimensional. Set for the call of this Week 8 matchup, let's bring in our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Larry. It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look live there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Philadelphia Eagles. Now they'll run it on the toss. A strong running. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And how about this wide receiving core, Charles?
Well, I was at the hotel watching a little film, and you popped your head in and said these receivers are pretty good from what I can tell. You're exactly right. Can't wait to see them do their thing out on the field.
On 2nd down, here's Taylor. And throw right side complete to Parker. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And 15 yards there on the catch and run.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
Here we go!
Now a handoff here to his running back. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Corey Grant, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Forbat to send it away now following the touchdown. On the return, here's a speedy Jamison Crowder. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. They send Green to the left on his own. Now a play fake here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. This one complete to Jordan Reed. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them. 2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Ingram again, a first down carry. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL, and a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, They were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses, and now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one.
Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. 9 yards to go. It's third down. And he motions the wide receiver.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Black 99, Philly. Here we go.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on fourth down and 9. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on fourth down.
All right, here we go. Leopard! Leopard! No. Check. Patriot!
They're going to try and throw. And this is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good. So they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. They'll come out in the pistol.
Here we go. Grand 38. Ohio. Here we go.
Now Taylor to throw on second down. And he finds a man with a crossing route. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down. So they're on that play. Offensively, they were in the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the all-pro, Navarro Bowman. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll make it second down.
Here we go. All right, here we go. Now, look at 56.
They come out here in the eye. On second down, Ingram. And he'll cut it to the left sideline. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Mark Ingram, his first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are now just an extra point away from grabbing the lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt, you need that difference maker lugging the rock.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. And we peek at the defense now for Philadelphia.
Kevin Johnson's skills just continue to get better and better. An elite athlete out on the corner, he's up to the challenge of any receiver.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a third down. Defense doing their job, really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense, no gain.
Call fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. You're exactly right.
On third down, Taylor. Flush to his right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. Cut back, left sideline. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Mark Ingram with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. And it's up. It's good. Our score, 14-6. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals getting set to go. Again, we'll see the pistol here.
Here we go.
They go back to the air here after the INT. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Bengals with a football to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are a 2-point conversion away from tying this football game. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. Forbath to send it away now following the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Man, confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. They go play action here on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. And they thought they could exploit this defense with some really quick hitters, quick action. They worked on that in practice. We just saw it there.
And we saw them break it down to the fundamentals as well. Each position group had their own little work on it. You know, they worked on a drill here with the receivers, a drill there with the quarterbacks, and then they brought it all together, and now it's paying off in the game.
A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he was able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
They come up in an offset eye.
Green 39! Green 39! Detroit! Detroit!
Back to throw now on first down. Looking deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And it's 2nd down.
Well, he decided to air it out a little bit on that play, take a shot downfield, but the coverage was really nice. Able to get a hand in and tip it away.
Offense still needing 10 yards, 2nd down.
Back 99 Philly, here we go! Here we go now! Green, back 99 Philly, here we go!
Now a handoff to Ingram. Stays on his feet, and he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
7 yards remaining here on 3rd down.
Detroit! Detroit! Leopard!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, give up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. This time Taylor will throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. And it looks like this will likely be the last play before we hit the 2-minute warning.
Let's see if they can sneak one more good play in before the 2-minute signal.
Throwing now, Taylor on first down. Flushed out right. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and it's a second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
They come up in an offset eye. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now Taylor. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro Navarro Bowman. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
He dumps it down to Ingram. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It'll go as a gain of 12. And it'll be first down Eagles. They're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll look to throw here on first down. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
I know they don't like to hear it when they get to a certain age, but then you have to start to use your skills, your wiles, right, your mind to beat guys to the football. And getting your toes tapped in bounds definitely qualifies as that, doesn't it?
The veteran showing he still has the agility. They send Green to the left on his own. They'll set up to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. And that was incomplete, but I don't know how much of that falls on the quarterback. He was pressured.
Brandon, the rush showed up so fast, the quarterback had no chance to get the ball downfield.
And let's see 6 defensive backs out there. They're in the dime here on 3rd and goal. They'll set up a throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And Zerline's kick is good. And that'll move their lead up to 4 now. So the drive takes them inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure.
And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
So what will they do? On the ground, through the air, let's see. 2nd and 9. They'll come up now in the Wildcat package.
Let's go!
It appears they'll be a few inches short, so 9 yards on the gain officially, and it'll be 3rd down. And quickly, they get to the line. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. All week in practice, they stressed grounding, pounding the football, and they really executed it well there to get the first down.
That usually means getting back to being physical in practice, because when you emphasize pounding the football, it doesn't really come together unless you practice it the same way you're going to play it in the game. That means more bodies, more pads, and a whole lot of popping last week, and they got it done in the game.
And that is incomplete. So we've come to halftime here in Philly. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Now it's Crowder. And terrific field position here as they finally get him just shy of the midfield stripe. Out come the Eagles now as he'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. And the 3rd quarter starts with a run by Ingram. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
What a way to start a drive. An excellent run, a tone setter, and now, if you want to take a shot on 2nd down and go play action and make it look like the same exact play and throw it over the top, you can do so because you've established the run in a big way.
Ingram again. He hurdles him.
Should get a gold medal for that one.
Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive linemen said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
All right, here we go.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line.
Partners, a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
When you try to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Green with a catch left side. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. 3rd down now following the completed pass. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. Shaquille Barrett in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. And Zerline's kick is good. And that'll make this a 7-point game. Maybe an anxious moment or 2 when the ball was on its way, but he does find a way to curl it in.
Oh, yeah. That one definitely hugged the left upright, but he got it to go.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
try and get things kick-started for them. And you know, at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Devontae Parker was the intended receiver. And that takes us from second to third down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
He's got time. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up fourth.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. And Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They run. It's Mark Ingram. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That was a really nice play, be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. They'll look to throw here, and he will find his man on the outside. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Here's Ingram. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Back to throw here. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Offense in a little bit of a bind here. 9 yards to go on 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
3rd down is the down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. This will be a 37-yard attempt. And Zerline's kick is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So 3 field goals for him here, and this last one helps him stretch out the lead.
And he's been solid as usual. And this is what you need to do. Make sure you get points out of every possession. And so far, they've done a nice job of that.
After the made field goal, Zerline back out there now to send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And last time we saw them go for it in kind of an unusual situation. It's not like it's a 4th quarter do or die. They went for it, didn't get it. We'll see how that affects them this go-around.
Partner, I'm wondering if we're starting to see the effects of analytics coming into play here, where people are studying the number of possessions, how many times you should go for it, what position it leaves your team in. Maybe we're starting to see a little bit of that creeping into the NFL game.
Yeah, I think we've seen it in other sports, maybe into the NFL now as well. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. They'll give it to him right up the gut. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Another pistol look here. They'll throw on 1st down with Taylor. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
And to give this time to the tailback. 20! And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Corey Grant, his 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Bengals able to get this back within a touchdown. Forbat to send it away now following the touchdown. And this will get out of bounds. No worries there, though. That still goes as a touchback. And now the Eagles offense back out onto the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Second down here after the incomplete pass.
Green 39! Green 39!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Shaquille Barrett. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. The Bengals with 2 extra DBs. A nickel look on 3rd.
Blanketing the passing lanes.
Now back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent, but you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone. Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And now it's a 3rd and 4 situation for the offense. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. He's got his man here. It's Green. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
They come out here in the eye. So the D-line's going to spread out. Now they'll run it on the toss. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Vontez Burfict, the one to get him down. Decent chunk of yardage still left here, 2nd and 7. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Taylor flush to his right. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It'll be a gain of 4. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
To throw is Taylor. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. It goes as a gain of 6, and it's a 1st down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a 1st down.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. A handoff as they run the counter play. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day. And
now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. And they're going to go soft on the corners. Back to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. He's back to throw. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Eagles defense able to hold. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They have the 3-point lead. Defense did their job. Now, late game. Although it looks good, you know the coaches, they haven't counted this as a victory yet.
I agree with you totally. Big applause for the defense, but no one has taken their heads.
And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout. That'll be their 2nd, so 1 more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back.
Double tight, guys, double tight. We got 3.
Back to the ground, this time with Ingram. And he stopped immediately there. Now hang on here, timeout called by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside.
3 down. Now let's go.
On 3rd down, Johnson. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
And when you're trying to set up a counter play, that's what a lot of people call an influence play. You're really hoping those defensive linemen are really agile that day. If they stayed out late the night before the game and they're not moving as fast, it's a lousy call because that means they're just going to sit in the hole that you hope to create just by the movement of your offensive line.
And there they got the ball to the outer third of the field, but tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, things get stacked up in there if they don't move as well as you want them to, and probably just trying to escape and couldn't get away.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. And out now, here come the Bengals. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you get a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt. And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now, and this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line.
Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3 and out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a first down.
And again here, we'll see the Wildcat.
Let's go.
And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
One last shot for Taylor. Finding time. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.